So in March of 2024, the government announced that effective June 25th, 2024, the capital gains inclusion rate would generally increase from 50% to 2/3. And this was going to apply for individuals, corporations, trusts, and all other taxpayers. Now, there were some special carve-outs that would apply to individuals, namely that if their capital gain was under 250,000 in a given year, they'd still benefit from the 50% inclusion rate. However, for all intents and purposes, there was a dramatic shift in the rate that was going to apply to capital gains. When these rules were first announced, I was scratching my head saying, well, why on earth did they pick June 25th, 2024 of all days? And when we did the math, it was exactly 10 weeks from the date of the federal budget. So I guess in the government's mind, 10 weeks was sufficient to allow people time to figure out, do I trigger a gain or do I not? It's unclear to me why the date of January 1st, 2025 wouldn't have been used, because that would have had the same effect of allowing people time to figure out their capital gains, but it would have greatly simplified the tax reporting. Along the way, over the past year or so, we've been working with clients trying to help them sort out their affairs. Do they trigger a gain? Do they not, etc. And all of this was kind of for naught, because on January 31st, 2025, so just recently, the Minister of Finance announced that because of some of the political uncertainty that's happening right now in Canada, these rules that were drafted, never actually enacted into law, the rules that were drafted would be put on hold until January 1st, 2026. So that in a sense is good news for taxpayers, because it kicks the can down the road until when we have to worry about these rules. And it also assures us that for 2024, we don't have to worry about all the complications of kind of a mixed year of capital gains inclusion rates. Unfortunately, you can imagine behind the scenes, CRA has created a number of forms and slip reporting and stuff on the basis that there'd be kind of two buckets of gains during 2024. And all of the software companies like the TurboTaxes and Tax Prep, who is our software provider, they went and updated their systems to reflect these new forms and this new reporting. They're now scrambling to make changes to the inclusion rate based on this recent announcement, which is what's causing delays on software systems being updated and ready to go to allow people to e-file returns under this new 50% inclusion rate. And that's really why we're seeing the penalty relief that was mentioned. So it's uncertain at this time what's going to happen. We're told January 1st, 2026 is when these rules will come into effect. A lot of that hinges on what happens if there's a federal election. And it's unclear to me if the rules as currently drafted are what we're going to see as of January 1st, 2026, or if there'll be some variation that's kind of adopted between now and then. So all that said, stay tuned for more on capital gains. I'm sure we're going to hear lots about it in the coming months.